Okay, so now I've cleaned out my glaze bucket, the original glaze bucket, and I'm going to swap places and pour the glaze from the special glaze receptacle bucket back into, not pour it, but sieve it back into the original glaze bucket. So here we go, it's pretty clean. I'm going to move my sieve onto the original glaze bucket. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Some things, this kind of feels like one of these days. For some, I don't know how it happened, but somehow a rag was somewhere and got in there. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll just pour some water on it to get the glaze out of it. So this is just an example. I don't know what it's an example of, but it's an example of me not putting things down the sink, getting everything back into the glaze bucket, right? So this thing is filled with glaze. It was a clean rag, I know that. Okay, deal with that a little bit later. Here we go. This one, here we go. Picking up a bucket full of glaze. This one's actually not so totally full, but look how I do it. I'm down, I'm close to the bucket, my knees are bent, my arms are straight and long and strong, and I just press down into my legs to rise, okay? Press down to rise. Be really careful with your body. It's not a joke. People get hurt. Sometimes I've had people say, oh, I used to do pottery, but it hurt my body, and that is not the truth. The truth is the way that you do pottery can hurt your body. So, the way that you do pottery can also strengthen and stabilize your body. So be really careful and use it as an opportunity to have good body mechanics and strengthen. It's like a workout. It is. Potters have to be strong. Okay, so here we go again. It's on my leg. I got the bottom of the bucket. I exhale. The exhale just helps all the time with all kinds of precision moves. Everything is a precision move. Putting a pot like on a shelf, sometimes is a precision move. Pretty much everything. Exhale when you do the thing that you could mess up. Here we go. Last one. And then I'm going to clean everything into this glaze bucket. So I mix it a little bit on the thick side, and then I'm able to thin it down as I clean with the extra water. Clean this bucket out. This is an important part. Nothing down the sink. Nothing down the sink. If you can at all help it, everything back in. When you're glazing, if you can use your water that you use for your sponge and put that back into the glaze buckets, that's great. I usually have 2 different buckets of water when I'm glazing, one for kind of more neutrals and one for like my purples and greens and blues, and I use that water to go back into the glaze bucket. Okay, so now this is ready for the next time, and some glazes are like kind of stickier and more gross than others. This one happens to be a really nice one, so it's not going to take a lot of cleanup. I'm just going to get everything I can into this glaze bucket. There might be a little bit of stuff that goes into the garbage or into my shop glaze or whatever. I also have 2 shop glazes, by the way, so I'll show that a little bit later, what I do with my glaze water. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And I'm going to let this sit for a while. If it's not thick, which it didn't seem thick from my pouring, I like to actually take this stuff off the bottom too. I figure it went through the sieve. Put that all into the glaze. Very happy, that's pretty clean, not that much cleanup. I'll let this sit. Take a little water off the top after a little while, and that's it. Now I'm ready to use my glaze. That was pretty good. Here's a little bit, again, still some water in my, still some glaze in my sponge. I'll get that also into the glaze bucket. Not down the sink.
Okay.
Have fun.